don't know what that means.
Emergency system broadcast from the Phantom Fact Society Network on a Thursday night. We have May with us. I am Corey Hussing, broadcasting live from a Chinese-made microphone using government spyware high atop Sioux Nation. Here with Dick Broom. You gonna make me say Dick Broom? Dang it, May. That was a killer intro too. I killed that intro.
You did. It was nice. It was nice.
We got a show today. A bunch of crazy stuff going on, right? We have, I don't know. It seems like distractions abound in every direction right now, and I feel like it's just going to continue to get worse. So, of course, you come to Phantom Facts. We haven't broadcasted. Enjoyed the New Year's. Had to take care of the kids. We all have lives, but we're back now. We're back from our winter vacation, which is Nordic tradition. The Slavs and the Nords get a month off in the wintertime.
Well deserved.
Nobody bats an eye. But no, not in South Dakota. -50. I don't want to get into it. Already, we want good flow.
Put some layers on.
Meanwhile, they're drinking mead and anyway. How you been, May?
Busy. I mean, we had that little winter blah come through, and I mean, we were off for a while for work, and now just getting back into it, and just same old.
How have you been mentally with what's going on in the news? Like, what has been your main focus these last 4 weeks?
Ooh.
I'm so intense. I feel like Larry King. Tell me.
I mean, to be honest, I've been kind of just checked out. I mean, I know that's probably not the answer you were wanting or looking for.
No, but you got college football that happened, right?
Yep.
And you know what? I get it. It's a Roman sport. They throw bread to the masses. I get it. I get it's used as a distraction, but God damn it, there are 50 million distractions in American culture right now. I pick one, and that happens to be football. You know? And then after football season, I get back into like, oh, okay. So we've got 8 million people coming through the border. That's interesting.
Yeah. We've got Texas telling Biden to shove it.
We got the Texas football getting shoved around, and then on top of that, 8 million people have come across the border. I think that's low guesstimations.
Yeah, probably. It's probably way higher.
Well, it's so I don't know if you know about the No Agenda show. It's a great podcast, a lot of outside information that's brought in, and well, before we get into it, it's nice to see your face too, Sunshine. Thanks for the comments right there, Sunshine. We got okay. So what's going on right now? And I forget what airport it is, but when you're studying the logistics of planes coming into an airport and leaving an airport.
Yep.
Have you heard about this, May?
Yeah, I think I know where you're going.
Well, feel free to interrupt me if I.
The one with the immigrants all stayed in the airport.
Well, no, not
sleeping everywhere.
But there's now I'm gonna get the number wrong. I think it was over one quarter, 50,000 extra planes left versus then what people came back.
Oh. No.
So that means there is over a 3-month period of this year, or of last year, there was 50,000 people on average leaving that area. So all these people are getting shipped out to different areas. You see people in New York crying about it.
Yep.
I mean, listen, I don't get it. I want to take the middle road. Obviously not all of these people have great living conditions. And so you don't want them to suffer. You're a human after all, but at the same time, it's like,
I did see, I think it was Fox News that posted. I came across it on X, and it said something about the the immigrants coming into the United States were complaining about how cold it's been lately. They're like, "This is not the American dream. No, not the American dream."
No, there is some okay, so I've got some videos I wanna share with you because there's some interesting stuff going on. This one's here on Instagram, someone getting interviewed, walking in the border.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
Well, you're in America. I mean, they're about to find out what country you're from.
Are you going to take where I'm from by force?
No.
So I will not tell you where I'm from.
So these are the people that these are the people that these are the people that are breaking into your country, folks.
You asked me, I answered you. What he says.
That's amazing. These are the people right here. That kind of attitude.
Let me
Could
educate
use it
you.
as a weapon. I'm not
It's
afraid. I'm so
a-
afraid.
Here's the thing, as an inherent rule breaker myself, sort of, not really, but I side with the underdog. Like, do I like this? No. Do I respect the people that are taking advantage of it? I mean, yes. Yes.
Gotta give a little hat tip, I guess, to it.
I mean, that's not easy stuff, you know? That's not easy to do. I mean, and these people aren't coming from Mexico. They're coming from all over. All
Well,
over.
and you saw the clips on who they identified that man. Like,
No.
yeah, that guy's a like a damn it. He's like a high-ranking terrorist dude. Like he's it's supposedly he's like someone not to joke with. He just didn't blend it in with the people. I'm gonna find it while we're talking because
Okay,
it
well,
was
like, and I hear. So here's my problem: is like I do believe. I don't know. I mean, like the internet's a crazy thing right now, too. So, like, is that really what's going on, or? I mean, if it is, man, what is the goal here? Well, a lot of people, different sides of the argument. Okay, while you're figuring out who this guy is, just like go on Twitter. There's some interesting stuff here going on with what the Supreme Court has had with Texas, and really, what's going on is there is this little bitch battle going on. Excuse the French, but that's honestly what's going on. It's a bunch of 6-year-olds having temper tantrums with each other, and then they have to go to mommy and daddy at SCOTUS and try to get it, emergency injunctions put in place, and it's absolutely crazy. Oh, hey guys, this is I follow you can burp. Thank you for the follow button. Appreciate it. May, what are you looking at?
I'm trying to find out who the guy is because it's bugging the shit out of me.
What is he like? Where is he? What country? Do you remember what country he's from?
No, I don't. That's
all right. I mean, I probably a little.
anyways, it'll come to me. I'll find it. I'll randomly. Oh, that's frustrating.
No, that's all fine. I appreciate the dead air. Listen, man, I can only fill in so much.
I know.
Have you gone on? I mean, have you gone on Twitter and just sort of seen? Twitter is the best place to see video.
Yeah.
Of what's going on. X, excuse me. X is the best place, really. Honestly, if you want to see what's now also full of fake crap in there, so you have to be, you gotta hear it from a lot of different angles as to what's going on. For example, here I got CBS, or if here's Fox, right? Let's get Fox's view on the Supreme Court ruling that the federal government has a right to have access to their own border.
The law was applied and executed. The same laws, Trump had the same.
This is Marco Rubio, in case people don't know, he's a Republican senator. On a fun note, also believed to be gay. So, of course, yeah. Did you know this about Marco Rubio?
Nope, sure didn't.
You got to go while we're
Was
playing.
he the legal aid that got caught with the sex?
No. He's a little more classy than that. You know, while I'm playing this video,
Yeah.
you need to go on your phone and Google Marco Rubio pictures with guys.
Okay.
And from like when he was in college. And you'll be like, oh, okay. He may not be like full on. He might swing the bat both ways. I don't know. It's worth a Google image search though. This is him. And while you're doing that, well, just with what he's rambling on about is how they need to stop illegal immigration coming in from the border. Of course, Republican viewpoint. I think for not just Republican, majority of people sort of think 8 million people is excessive. Could be wrong. I would say like maybe 2/3 of Americans think, maybe not.
Asylum process. It's being abused. It's being broken. It has to be completely reformed. We got to get rid of this parole program, which is also being abused. I think it's like a 300% increase over how any other president has used it in the past. All those things are legitimate and they should be fixed. The problem is this: the laws have to be executed by the executive branch. And we already have laws on the books right now. I mean, the laws have not changed from the time Trump was president to the time Biden became president. What changed was the way the law was applied and executed. The same laws. Trump had the same laws as Biden, but Trump did not allow people and discourage.
Why is his voice breaking?
I don't know.
You notice that?
Is he telling lies?
What do you think, May? I mean, like, obviously, this is a very divisive issue, right? Republicans think close the border down, throw barbed wire with spinning circular saw blades. They don't really spin. They sort of spin if you hit them. But install all this stuff. Meanwhile, the Democrats are like, these are people that need help, and and I mean, what do you think? What do you got to do here?
The easy answer is find the in between. But I mean, Texas has got to do what Texas got to do. Like, you got to protect your own borders when crazy amount of people are coming into it uninvited, and there's no real balance, checks and balances in place. You got to protect it. You're getting flooded. Your people in your state that look for your protection are, I mean, they're in harm's way now with all these people coming willy-nilly, free gilly. I mean, it is a hot mess. So, I mean, good on Texas, but there's got to be, I mean, they're not stupid. They know that, that the United States is a wide open thing. You can come on in now and nothing's going to come of it. You're going to get a bunch of cash,
They
a
say
phone.
They're putting their court dates out to like 2030.
Yeah. And hoping that they'll answer the phone when they call. It's like, come on. So I don't blame them. I mean, what would you do though if you lived down there and you had just who knows what type of people coming over the border, and then the crime shoots up, kids get missing, your fucking wife or daughter gets whatever. Like, it's just like I don't like it. It makes you unsafe. It makes you paranoid in a sense where you don't know who that is. You don't know what's going on. I mean, that can go for people coming in illegally to your neighbors. I mean, it's kind of a broad thing, but they had to put a stop to it. It was getting out of hand. It was getting to the point where, sorry, but no. Like, they couldn't, they couldn't get them out of there fast enough in buses to go to New York and New Jersey and wherever else they were sending them.
Well, and they just can't afford it anymore.
No,
you know what I mean? Like, it's like they're kicking kids out of schools.
Yeah.
And now, granted, it was a blizzard. Do you really want a bunch of dead people on your street because they froze to death? No. I don't think you want that either. I don't think, no one wants to see that. I think we're more upset with the situation. It's been allowed to get to that point where we have to decide whether kids have to get kicked out of schools, for for a while, so homeless people can live there. I mean, they're homeless. You know,
They're
hundreds of homeless people.
yeah, but I mean I don't know. I mean, I get if they would have done it the right way and the immigration, all that, like you'd probably look at it a little differently. But you know, it's just tough. It's just such a weird spot. It's because like we cater to all of this, but we shit on our veterans. We shit on all this other stuff going on in the world. But yet we're so just what can we do to help with people that who knows what interest they do have coming in here? Are they a threat? Are they not a threat? Are they gonna, make this place better than they found it, or what? And then to get, to remove the children from, their establishment of growth and development to house people. I don't know. It's one of those things.
Here's an interesting thought I have on it. Is it politically motivated?
I
Or
think it all is, isn't it?
here's my issue. I live in the Midwest. I know the amount of need there are for migrant workers.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of politicians turn a blind eye when push comes to shove about illegal immigration, because they know you can't get anyone to do that type of work for
No.
that amount of pay.
Very true.
And so there is, and who are those people? Those are the people that are supposedly mega Trumpers, right-wing Republicans, these guys who, are yelling right now about what's going on. Meanwhile, they know at least 4 guys in their community that hire migrant workers.
Well, at the end of the day, it's all about the money, right? Like, that's going to save you money. Yeah, the negative side of it is that, but it's cheap labor, puts more money in your pocket at the end of the day. If you're a businessman, labor's one of the most expensive things out there. And if you can get it for dirt cheap, the rich get richer. Because you can't, like you said, you can't find people. People don't want to do that kind of work, and it's not the poo-poo on the immigrants that come over here and, oh, well, all we do is bring them over here so they could shingle roofs and build, frame out houses and all this, yada, yada. I mean,
that's what they do in stucco houses. I was in construction in Colorado Springs. Electricians, plumbers were the only tradesmen who weren't crazy. HVAC were the meth addicts. And then no other trade spoke English.
Yeah.
No other trade spoke
It's almost like there's a playbook down there. It's like, hey, this is what you can do when you get up here. Read it, pick a chapter, stick to it, and, it'll shake out.
What about the cleaning staff for BPI? And remember, we did a story on that a year ago where they caught all those underage kids cleaning all the butchery equipment at night on the 3rd shift.
Yeah.
A bunch of them underage. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but they're going to complain about the border and 8 million people crossing. They're licking their chops right now, May. That's why they keep bringing it up. Here comes the workforce. Here comes the workforce, because we know we can't keep up with what the American dream is for people who were born here, had their, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and beyond generations who know what America's how it's supposed to operate. We need to bring in a new generation. And this generation is very used. What do they all have in common from all their different nationalities? They're all used to high abuse from their government. So this is the best government they've ever been on.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Because it pays them more.
Yes.
It takes care of them a little better.
Yes. You get health care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could fit 15 in a house and you're not on top of each other.
Don't pretend that, Fox News, CBS, NBC, they all put a, you know, there is, you know, everyone's thrilled about it. You know, the restaurants in the cities are thrilled about it. And this is not like to be racist, like, but this is how it works. Is like, there has since COVID, the amount of people's desire to work
is in the shitter.
It is a side effect they never expected from COVID. All the other stuff put aside, I don't think they ever expected that shutting everything down and, you know, and resetting everything and then bringing people back in slowly would affect the workforce.
I think that's what they wanted, though. I think they wanted, I don't think they wanted it to the extent that it's gotten, but they wanted everyone feeding out of Papa, you know, Biden's hand, you know, or the government, whoever the fuck it would have been. You know, I don't think they had it thought out where it was gonna be like this, you know, where, you know, there are some people, I'm sure there are large groups that still take the handouts, but there's also a large flip on the other side that figured out how to make money, how to get rich, how to do things.
Huge consolidation. It was a huge
Yes.
consolidation of power. And it was, you know, and what I think psychologically, it's a cruel thing to tell someone that their job that they do to support their family isn't essential.
Oh yeah.
Think about the psychological effect that must have had on the people that were sustaining their lives in the, you know, different restaurant businesses and, you know, other industries. I remember hearing commercials for a dry cleaner in Colorado Springs, and the guy was begging people to come to his shop. He said, we didn't close during COVID because we're essential, because we sanitize everything, you know. And I just thought, man, that this poor guy, you know, has no business all of a sudden. You know, like no one's coming to get anything dry cleaned. So he's, you know, and I mean, and that was, at least he had a pitch, you know, like what were the people that were running, you know, running Chili's and, you know, running Applebee's and, you know, what about them?
Those big companies, I don't think cared. I think they took it on the chin, and they probably got kickbacks or probably got, you know, they didn't hurt, but like the local bakeries, the pizzerias, the sandwich shops, the coffee shops, the stuff that was as popular but not as big chained, those people took it in the fucking shorts.
And they were considered not essential.
Right.
You know, I mean, those small shops, you know, and some of those are generational. They've been passed down for a couple generations. And now to be told that your entire family line's life of work is, I don't know, man. Like there is some weird stuff that came out of it. And one of the thing was a desire to go back to work for people that did that to you in the first place. And now, you know, who's gonna do the cleaning, and who's gonna maintain the appearance of this, you know, Disney World delusion?
Well, we have that mindset too, is, you know, growing up here, being from here, you're like, you know, when someone comes across to you, oh, it's $12 an hour. I'm above that. $12 an hour? Like, I'm not doing that.
It's not.
Do you look at me?
No, it's not that you're above it. It's not that you're above it. It's that, like, how do you live off of it? How do you live off of $12?
Oh, so you shift the mindset, yeah. But how do they live off of it?
Who?
The people that take that, the people they bring into the country, the people that come into this country.
They live in, you know,
squalor
houses and squalor, and are willing to accept lower conditions than what we've, you know, we expect at least 2 bathrooms, you know. One is a huge sacrifice, especially you got a family, and then, you know, I mean, you got to have a vehicle to transport the kids. If you want the kids to be successful in the world, you got to be able to bus them around to different events. You got to be able to afford to take them to things. So you got to work extra time to spend, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get caught up in the cycle of what.
But the knock on I hear a lot of is why are you willing to take care of these illegal immigrants that come into the United States, give them money, give them resources, give them housing, give them vehicles, but yet single mothers that struggle or veterans or just American citizens in general that fucking can't cut it, can't make it, they have to give up everything just for the help because you're considered high class. You can't, nope, you don't qualify for that. Sorry. You work 22 hours. Like, you all the hoops and hoops that you have to jump through for, for, for a
Yes.
citizen,
No.
and
No.
then and an immigrant or an illegal immigrant that comes in, so I see the divide there. It's like, well, and then what do? They go buy an Escalade on 30s and do willy nilly. But also on the other side, the government has tried to help American citizens, and they've abused it. They've abused it and abused it. So it's like, it's that double edged sword. Like, I don't know. It's just tough. I'm thankful that I haven't been in that situation. I'm not in that situation, but it's like, like you could sit there, close your eyes and think about both sides, and you'd be torn because you'd feel yourself just swaying back and forth because you would agree with this and then you would agree with that. And it's,
And
I don't know.
it's gotten to a point, May, where like obviously we can't stop immigration.
No,
Obviously, we're not going to strap up and get down there and protect the border. I wonder if we would get like a Texas Foreign Legionnaire badge, like a Foreign Legion, for Texas.
like a Boy Scout badge.
No, you remember like when the French Foreign Legion, when like Americans would go over and fight in the French wars, or you go over and fight in a war that wasn't for your country, so you were a Foreign Legion.
Oh, okay, yeah, I
Yeah,
get you. Yeah.
right. Yeah, so like
Get you a Texas one.
yeah, a Texas one. What would it be, like a cowboy hat? It'd definitely be a cow. Some
It'd be a
sort of like
boot with
cowboy.
spurs.
It'd be big. It'd be a buckle.
Yeah,
Definitely
it
be a
would be.
buckle.
It'd be a buckle, a big old one that just covers your fucking ball sack to your nipples. Just a big old thing.
Oh, Sunshine says she's been through with all of this bullshit. I have lived it, and you are not wrong, May. I just want be careful when I don't want to talk crap about the people.
No,
I've never been in that situation. I definitely don't want to talk. I want to talk crap about the
the system is broken as fuck. It's broken. All of it's
yes,
broken.
it's not good. Wait,
But
I think you're having a slow realization that we are in a fascist oligarchy. A philorchy. I don't know how. Can you, I don't know. We'll focus.
Florky.
Philorchy. Nah, we could do better. Anyway, I'm going to get sidetracked by that. That's what we are. We are ruled by corporations. We are ruled
100%.
by corporations and HR policies. And there is not a moment I don't watch one of those things and feel like I'm in a horrible business meeting.
Yeah.
You know how much hard work it is to sit through some of those Senate hearings? Okay, manages up. I defer to the
Sir, your minutes are up.
You ever watch the Canadians argue in their parliament or the British?
I bet it's classic.
It's gold, dude. So how it's set up is it's like a room that's like 20 feet wide, and then like all the chairs stack way up high, right? But so like you can see everyone's chest, and like so their head is where your chest would be in the row in front of you, right? So
Oh,
everyone's got
okay.
a great view. Everyone's got a great view, right? And then and each side of the party sits on one side, right? And do you want me to just show you? I guess we are.
That's like stadium seating, and you just yell back and forth at each other.
It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen, to be honest. I'm gonna pull it up. So fill up some time here, buddy. While Poppy gets to work.
No, I mean, with all this that goes on and everything, it's
It's not a
You know,
Republican Democrat thing, dude. It's not. You get people
No.
have to stop thinking that it's a Republican Democrat issue. It is not. If you are a Republican and you think your side is against illegal immigration, you are being fooled.
Yes. Yeah.
You're being fooled.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's that's the thing about, just you almost at this point it's just like you put your blinders on. I mean, it's so hard because you get wrapped up in all this mess, and then if it affects you mentally, and then you don't want it to creep into your life, into your work, into your family, but also you like, I probably need to do a better job of being aware of what's going on. But on the other hand, like, I could really give a fuck less. Like, I'm just going to take care of the family, take care of what we have going on, and make sure that my kids, grow up okay. The house and home is taken care of, and so be it. Like, I know it might be selfish to do that way, and that's probably how they want you really too, is to focus on everything else but what they're doing. Let them do them, you do you.
You're too
And
tiny. You're tiny.
Yeah.
Tiny Tim May. Tiny Tim May. And I'm Tiny Ginger Bottom. And that's, but that's not true. I really don't believe that's true. And I'll give you a reason why. Like, I am a member of the union. I don't know how much I have to keep quiet, but I will say this. As I talk to different people in the field, I hear a vastly different view of like political beliefs and concerns, not just like for right Republican views, but like actual concerns for what's going on in South Dakota, and there, the rampant corruption that's being done here. But I disagree.
Really?
Oh yes, yeah. Kristi Noem is in her administration is one of them is one of the most corrupt things I've ever seen. It's like a straight out of Yellowstone type of ranch being run right now, and it's whatever, like.
But she's easy on the eyes, so it just kind of goes that way.
Not even. I don't know what Corey Lewandowski thought he saw in her, but like I don't even think. No, like, she needs that much hair to cover up a lot of defections in her face. I'm just saying, from a camera point of view, Donald Trump is not going to pick Kristi Noem as a VP. Okay, so
No.
just people of South Dakota, stop it. It's not going to happen.
What are the talks of
VP?
Nikki Haley being the VP?
No,
there's no way I see those two coexisting.
No. I want to introduce something before we go into that real quick. And this comment by Sunshine. I love you, Sunshine, but broken beyond repair. Capital marks on the beyond in that statement. And I firmly disagree with that. Nothing is broken beyond repair. I feel like things, do you expect things to change overnight? No. Will they change over 10 years? Maybe. And why is it maybe? Because nothing is broken beyond repair. Nothing. And if you have kids that are growing up in this nonsense, there will be an eventual culture shock. This all falls with all other ideologies. They rise and ebb and flow. Like right now, I mean, you already start to see it start to flow the other way. And then it will get worse on the other side. And then it will swing back and get worse on the other side. But and I think there is something where if you treat people with kindness and like with a genuine concern for an individual human, that you can look past, like you see, and it's the whole like you see someone stuck in snow, you help push them out. If it's an old man, it doesn't matter if the old man voted for Biden or, has a Biden Harris sticker on his vehicle. Maybe if he's young and stuck in the snow, you let him stay there. because he's an idiot. But if he's an old man stuck in the snow, shoveling himself out, you help the man out, if you're capable of doing so. I think that's what changes the whole dynamic of what happens here is, people are people in the end, and you can turn them against each other. But I think you're seeing, May, as people communicate with each other and start to be able to see things happen in real time without a just propagandized viewpoint on the matter.
Yeah.
People are, it's who knows? Who knows? In 10 years, it could be completely different. It only took them 10 years to change it this way. Honestly, a solid 10 years of straight up propaganda, and they were able to swing it this way. But they don't know what beast they control. And they've never had to maintain an illusion for forever.
Yeah, it's been Windows periods. It hasn't. Yeah. Because if it was like a dictatorship, kind of like like you said, they haven't had to control it forever. It's just been periods of time. It's not it's not like we're living in North Korea, where it's just been that way for forever. You don't know any better. You don't know any different. Here, like you say, it's got its peaks and it's got its valleys. It's good, like shit'll happen for a little while and it'll shake out and then it'll go, and you just kind of you just go with it. You keep your head on a swivel, but you also find out what matters to you and you grind for that.
That's like when you see
and
these
then you die.
19-year-old kids that are talking about how great the Republican Party is, and vice versa. You see the 17-year-old girls that are talking about how great how great Kamala Harris is. I haven't seen those videos, but I'm sure they exist somewhere with its 3 views. That's how's that different than Hitler Youth? I don't how is that different? The fact that there's 2 of them, the fact that you have 2 Hitler Youth groups instead of just 1 Hitler Youth group.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like to me. The realization should be that both of these parties, the core individuals of power, want the same things. They're buddies. They want the same things, and then they got their little fringe fellas to bicker about stupid crap. This court thing, it has gone past its news cycle, and we're on to something else now. And we just had a school shooting in Iowa.
Yeah, you did.
Nothing.
Yeah, I heard it. It was on my timeline for a day, I think, if that.
These are things that are more important.
And that's Iowa.
That's Iowa. Yep. Yeah. And we're gonna discuss that on Sunday's show, by the way. So we're gonna get into the details of that. It's Conspiracy Sunday. Sunday. So
bring your tinfoil.
I'll give you just a little tease. All right. Look into the Orlando shooter. That's your little tease for the day. All right. Got another story here for you, buddy. You ready?
Okay. Yep.
The prosecutors bought into this enough to drop her original charge from murder to involuntary manslaughter. Since cameras were not allowed into the court, we were very thankful to Tony Biasotti with the Ventura County Star, who acted as our eyes and ears for that testimony. But you can only imagine what this testimony was like for Chad's family and Chad's father.
Have you heard about this story yet, my friend? Do you know what's going on?
No. Oh.
So, weed has claimed its first victim in the world. God. It has happened. It has happened. We'll listen, see where it's happened. But weed has finally killed someone. This woman stabbed her boyfriend 108 times.
Oh.
May. I'm going to try.
That's a lot.
108 times. 108 times. Do we want to hear the argument of what happened?
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
Was it laced with fentanyl? Like, was it laced with bath salts?
Here, yep. No. Notice. Nope. Just straight up weed, bud. Straight up ganja. Right? It's all right. I guess are you ready?
Yep.
All right. I gotta pull it up here and play.
Father, Sean O'Melia, who is live with me now. Mr. O'Melia, thank you for being on. And again, I am so sorry that you're having to not only go through this, the loss of your son, but then also the testimony today. Can't imagine what it's like to be in your shoes. What was that like, listening to Ms. Facher and what she had to say in court?
Well, I'll tell you this, Ashley. Again, thank you for having me. The whole trial has been exhausting.
All right, we'll move on.
And today, what was seen was somebody different. And it wasn't just in her behavior.
That's the dude she stabbed right there.
Mm-hmm.
She claims, I didn't realize this is an interview with the father, but what she claims, May, is that she was pressured to smoke marijuana. She got high. She went into a psychotic event and proceeded to stab her boyfriend 108 times.
I mean, that's a lot. 108 times.
108 times. Weed. What weed do you have the energy to stab someone 108 times? You're
No.
good. Maybe twice.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 times. And then you're like,
8 would be the max. Where did the other 100 come from?
108 times.
Yeah.
Not only that, May. Do you know what her what her sentence is for this crime?
10 years.
It's interesting. Anyone else? Lobo Fish. You're welcome. Love streaming. Nobody else. Okay.
30 days probation.
2 years probation.
Shut the fuck up. What?
2 years probation, May.
That's all she got was 2 years for killing someone?
It wasn't her fault. Wasn't her fault.
What?
She was in a psychosis. Honestly, May, if we're being honest, if she was
Let's be honest.
If she was okay, thank you. If we're being honest, which we are right here on Phantom Fact Society, and she was struggling with being forced to smoke marijuana, which triggered the psychosis event, which led to her stabbing her boyfriend 108 times in a psychosis manner. She had just a psychotic episode. No realization or power. She shouldn't have to do any probation. You know, she shouldn't. It wasn't her fault. It was the drug's fault.
How about you check her medicine cabinet and see what Big Pharma is shoving down her throat? Who does that? 2 years? 2 years of probation? She's going to go pick up trash off the highways? She just killed someone?
Yeah. Well, it's California, so obviously.
Oh God. Okay. We didn't lead with that.
Obviously, okay. Her as a woman is more the most powerful testimony that you can have in this world. So, and first of all, Lobo Fish, how dare you assume she's lying? How dare you? How can she prove? She doesn't need to prove anything. The poor woman went through a traumatic event. She was forced to smoke marijuana.
I mean, I want this story to happen in Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana. I want to see like what happens then.
Honestly, you know what? Like, if it wasn't for California, if it wasn't for California, I mean, we would have great stories like this. I think it's good news. God damn it! Who's at the front door? Who is it?
Well, hey man, why do you look so glum? It looks like you could use some good news. See? Don't you feel better now? It's the good news segment of the week. Brought to you by Rob Jackson's Sticky Green.
That's Rob Jackson, Sticky Green. Shout out to Rob. Doing well, raising his dogs, getting his one puppy. He's breeding her, getting ready. If you want some pits, hit up Rob. I forget what his business was called. She'll get mad at me for not telling. No. Okay. So, good news. I thought that was good news, right?
Yep.
Well done, California.
I mean,
well
top
done.
notch. Take your hat off to California. And again, don't unless you want to be a psycho turd bucket, don't go to California. Why people still live there and do things there? And like, I need to reach out to Monty. Is he on bath salts? In the dunes? He's still there. Like, Monty, if you hear this, I miss you. Just reach out. Are you alive? Are you okay?
Is it okay, Monty? Is it okay?
Why?
I don't.
So I could move to California, smoke dope, say that someone gave it to me without me wanting it.
Yeah,
and I could kill someone.
You could do those things. Do you think you would get 2 years of probation?
No, well, I have a wiener, so I'd probably get the electric chair. They'd probably bring that just back.
There you go. See, there you go.
Or I could identify as a gender fluid.
May, could you commit to that?
No.
Could you honestly commit to that? Look at the camera right now.
Commit to what? Gender fluid or killing someone?
Are you gender fluid?
No.
Let's just pretend this. Raise your right hand. Put your left hand on the Bible, however that works. Put your left hand on the other way. Yes. All right. You solemnly tell the
This
truth.
is my left hand. No.
I don't remember how it goes. All those good things. Promise to tell the truth. You say.
I do.
Yeah. Okay. You're not getting married.
For sicker or for poor?
For sicker or poor. This is ridiculous, May.
Yeah, that's wild. I hate California. I don't have any plans of ever visiting or going.
May, are you gender fluid?
Am I who?
Are you gender fluid?
I'm a male.
There's the show intro right there.
I'm a male.
That's it. Remind me to clip that. What do you think? You hit V or B? It's one of those. There it is. B marker. There you are. Hey.
I mean, the only fluid I have out of my gender. Yeah.
There it is. There it is. Okay. So interesting story. Why do you think they're going after weed on purpose all of a sudden?
Yeah.
I mean, I've never.
How many stories have come out?
Can we just take this argument for weed? This is the first ever. I think weed has ever been used as an excuse for killing someone.
True. Yep.
Am I wrong?
No.
Now, I don't know the medical details of this woman. We don't know what med she was on before this, but it is it because if you blame weed, nobody else can get sued? Is that what this is?
What do you mean? Why can no one else get sued?
Hey, let's sue weed. We're setting a precedent here. You're selling psychotic weed. What dispensary should get it from? We'll sue them. Well, is there I'm sure there's got to be a weed industry, right? Can you go after them like the tobacco farms? I'm curious, I don't know. I feel like there is ties to something like that. So, it'll be interesting to find out about this woman if she is on meds. It's in LA, bro. So we know that was Jolly West's stomping grounds. And what was that? The Elsa. I remember the Elsa chick for the hotel. Anyway, it's we should do a little more research on it because how does she get such a light sentence? I don't know.
I mean, California loves criminals in the street. So
shout out to Jude. What up, buddy? You should not listen to this. Go to bed. This is
an adult show.
But we still want to say hi because we wanted a shout out, and we're cool enough to do that. Okay, we got some other stuff here. that you would like. Which one is it? Oh, here. Parliament videos, bud.
Oh yeah.
This is yeah, this stuff's great. We'll just listen to a little bit of it because of course there'll be an ad. But it's an ad for StreamYard, which is the service we use. So thank you, StreamYard. All right, here we go. All right. This is all right, timid. Timid.
Really. And you know, I feel kind of lucky because I didn't have to pay.
This is kind of how I pictured it all, just loving life and just giggles. Oh my God, close your mouth, lady.
Canadians who don't have $1,500 to get access to the Prime Minister, a very simple question. Will he now admit that he has used his official position to pour hundreds of thousands of dollars into the coffers of the Liberal Party of Canada?
All right. Now stand up. All right. No, that's a good question, eh? Look at this guy.
What a sleaze bag.
I don't know. I feel like his papa would be proud of him. Don't you?
When's he gonna lose power? When is Canada gonna go realize that he's a giant piece of shit?
You should Google up when the next election is, and I'll use. I am going to play for you guys ones where they're yelling because those are way more fun. I hate it when they're, you know. This is what I wish our Congress would do. Let me see if this is a.
Distinctly unparliamentary, and I think she may want to withdraw it. The word was F-A-R-T.
Oh, how dare she? She used the word farting. Hear the guys. Yeah.
Are you serious, Mr. Speaker?
Turn it up a little. I can't hear it.
I just gave an impassioned speech about supporting Alberta jobs, and that's what the leader of a political party stands up and has to say. No, I don't withdraw it.
Yeah.
Go here.
Remember for
Yeah.
Saanich Gulf Islands.
I have a lot to say about the content of my friend's speech. I am deeply concerned, as are all people in this place, for Canadians who are hurting from economic.
I don't know if you caught it. She said the word fart. Word
Oh,
fart.
I didn't.
Yeah. So she said the word fart, and then this lady in blue right here stood up and said the person saying the speech, because they're talking to someone else, not to each other. They can't talk to each other. They can only talk to. So they talk to the Speaker of the House, and they say this person said something that offended me, and it was, I'll spell it out because I don't want to say it out loud. F-A-R-T. This is Canada Parliament. You know, and this is what they're arguing about. This is from a few years ago, but it's gotten even worse, dude. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's fun. You gotta go, follow it sometimes. I wish Congress would yell at each other. I think it also shows how they're both on the same side because it's a show. That's honestly what that shows you. It's a big old show.
Sitcom.
Sitcom?
Yeah, just a big old sitcom.
Yeah, it is. Meanwhile, there's other shit going on. A lot of other big shit. All right. I know I said I'd keep this short, May, and I want to promise to do that for you. But I do have a. First of all, did you want to see what this girl looked like that stabbed her boyfriend 108 times?
Yeah, I mean, I saw the still shot of her.
Yeah, let's see. Hot or not? All right. Here we go.
Okay. Ooh, the game Hot or Not.
Hot or not? Boom. Boom. All right. Closing it out. Yeah.
Smash. Oh, Hot or Not. Hi. Yeah, in a psycho killer stabby way.
Do you do fishing or anything like that, May?
No, but my 4-year-old told me that she would like to get into fishing, so we're gonna try to go fishing.
Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna share. I think like every Tuesday when we do topical Tuesdays on its normally scheduled day on Tuesdays, we should try to find a YouTube creator that we like following and give them a shout out and just show like an example of why we think they're legit. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
I've got my guy, right? And I'm, I'll start it off because I know, I'm springing this on you, but Ovens Rocky Mountain Bushcraft. This guy makes all sorts of cool little traps by hand using just rope and sticks and stones, and like just has a bunch of crazy different inventions. I'm going to show you one. All right, it's an ice fishing trap, and it's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Like I'm totally doing this at one point in time. Overkill, maybe. I don't care. I'm going to do it. All right, can you see this? All right.
Yep.
All right, here we go. This guy, he had to make a few adjustments, right? But now here's the final creation. He's created it.
Basically, I figured out the problem is this rough bark. I'm going to have to, where the runners are, get some of the bark off because it prevents it from rolling.
All right, so you trim it up.
There goes. But he got hooked. Oh, he's in the trough.
So what he did is he
That's
made
fascinating.
Made this little snap. Got a spike on the end of it. Or not a spike, but this little thing. Is it up there? Oh, here, here we go. It's like the original jaw jacker.
Yeah.
And then you put the log up there, and it throws the fish on the ground for you.
Fish.
So here
a fraction of a second before it pulls the wedges. I got to tie another line onto this to the fish.
He's got a fish here.
Oh, threw the fish way over in the bush. It threw the fish way
check
over
this
there.
guy out.
But
his bushcraft survival traps for catching fish and small game, which is absolutely.
That was top notch,
right? That's
yeah.
I would watch that for hours. He made lobby.
Smoke a little meth. Make a little fish trap.
Why do you gotta do that? God damn it. He just lives off the land. He's not doing
He does. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, they're both living off the land, but different ways. Different ways they're living off the land.
That was great. That was really it amazes me when people go out there and they're like, you know what, fuck it, all I need is a piece of a stick, some wax, and
You're right, Lobo Fish. You're right.
blanket.
Trudeau is Castro's son. No, I'm telling you, it's legit. And then it threw the fish right on the ground, and you just go back there, roll the log back up, reset your trap, and boom, you're off to the races again. Anyway, trying it. I might not be able to get to it this year, but I will get to it next year, and we'll post videos of it. Probably get arrested for cutting down trees or something stupid.
Just go deep in the woods of South Dakota.
Deep.
You can do it.
You gotta drive like 9 hours for that.
Ugh, okay,
This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. This is our advice to take the following steps. If exposed, remove from the boat.